Hello everyone, my name is Marcus and welcome to another Warmane video. Due to popular request, I'm now going to start talking about Protection Warrior PvP, but I'm going to do it in a slightly different way. I'm going to highlight some of the interesting talents that Protection Warrior has and how it can be used to support your team and land kills. Let's first of all look at improved spell reflection. Improved spell reflection makes it so that you can reflect spells cast on people close to you. So you can actually reflect something like a polymorph or a hex or a lava burst that's cast on someone next to you. The next talent is gag order, which makes your heroic throw or your shield bash also silence the person for 2 seconds. In the arena, you'll see how this is made useful and how it can help to negate some of the damage, especially against casters. Then we have Shield Slam. It's not technically a talent, but one of the things that people don't realize is that Shield Slam actually can dispel a magic effect on someone. So you can dispel a Paladin's Avenging Wrath, possibly Hand of Freedom, Earth Shield. If you're lucky, you can get clear casting off a Feral Druid to make sure that he is not able to use an instant Cyclone. Next thing we have is Warbringer, which makes Charge, Intercept and Intervene usable in any stance, so you do not have to stance as a Protection Warrior, which makes life much easier. This talent also makes Intervene break out of roots. If you're rooted, if you're stuck in place, you can use Intervene to one of your allies and get out of that root. And lastly, we're going to look at Safeguard. Safeguard is a talent that makes it so that when you use Intervene on someone, they take 30% less damage. So this can almost be used as a defensive cooldown. It's quite useful if you notice that enemies are going on one of your targets like your healer or your other DPS in a 3 versus 3 arena. You can use Safeguard to reduce some of the damage on that person and help save them. And it's available as often as you use Intervene, and Intervene is not a long cooldown. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at some of these talents in action in a 3 versus 3 skirmish that we do with my guild, Virtus, and you'll see what I'm talking about. So in this arena, we are Arms Warrior, Prot Warrior, which is me, and Holy Paladin versus Frost Mage, Ellie Shaman, and Holy Paladin. Immediately we see one of the powers of improved spell reflection. We see the Hex from the Ellie Shaman gets reflected back on him. This makes it much easier to negate big CC on you, and so like that, you can help really control the fight and not get in a situation where you might get targeted. This is especially true because as a Protection Warrior, you very often use low resilience, and so you're likely one of the targets. If your Paladin gets in a full polymorph, they might go for you, and if you can avoid some of that CC, it really helps you to survive, and so you don't have to use Shield Wall. Even though I have to say, I did use Shield Wall a bit too early in this arena, in a situation that was not necessary. In this clip, we see the talent Gag Order in play. I'm not in range, I can't do a stun, so the Elemental Shaman is about to use a Lava Burst, and so I use Heroic Throw, and it silences him, and it stops the cast. I can also use Shield Bash to do this, but because Heroic Throw is a ranged ability, I can stop a cast from range. It's also better to not use Shield Bash because that is an interrupt ability, and it's better to use it to interrupt something instead of using it as a pure silence. But it can be used like that. Here we see my Spell Reflect gets the Lava Burst. You can anticipate a Lava Burst because you'll see the Elemental Shaman needs to use Flame Shock for Lava Burst to be its most effective. Here we see Shield Slam being used as a dispel ability. The mage here has Hand of Freedom, so I use Shield Slam in an attempt to get rid of it, and luckily it does work. However, since Shield Slam is not like Dispel Magic or Purge, so it's not a reliable dispel, but it is an extra tool that can make a difference. If you're lucky, you can dispel things like Wings, Sacred Shield, Hand of Freedom, all of these things that Paladins use to support their teammate. So if you're able to get rid of one of these magic abilities, then it's very useful and very powerful. As I'm getting back and using Charge, I use Heroic Throw on the Paladin with a Focus Heroic Throw macro to silence him and stop one of the spell casts. Now you could time this a little bit better, but if you stop an enemy cast, that is still quite useful. This mage here goes for a fake polymorph, baits out my Spell Reflect and uses a Frostbolt. Like this, he he avoids receiving the polymorph and then having to deal with that problem. Good play from him. Here, when I take such a ridiculous amount of damage, I think to myself, oh dear, I'm dead. I'm rooted. I can't get away. I get thunderstormed. I realize, oh yeah, I can intervene back to the Holy Paladin. The Paladin's in a great position for me to intervene. So I intervene and I'm able to get healed up again. Really, really tight there. I'm very surprised I didn't die. I went down to, I think, about 1k HP. So that was a bit lucky, but we were able to handle the situation quite well. And then after playing around a little bit, trying to go on one target, I reflect a lava burst, big damage goes on the mage, we get a double shockwave, and we're able to finish the kill. I hope you found this video useful and informative. Please leave a like and subscribe to my channel for future content. I also have guides on Arms Warrior, so if you want to learn about Arms Warrior, please check the channel and a link in the description. Anyway, I hope you have a lovely day, take care, and goodbye.